The queen is out, the Wicked Witch of the East Coast has risen from the grave to fight for the throne. What a crying shame. After that iconic photoshoot Blair stage, we thought she was flying high above all the petty drama X and her scorned lover, Professor Kingsley, were trying to put her through. Too bad for Hughes. X wasn't even her biggest threat. You saw the live stream as well as I did. The look on ex-Queen Blair's face. That was horror. It was defeat. It was the best of all. It was a crushing realization that Kingsley was right all along. The Queen was always Poppy Min Sinclair, and Blair was always the farm dust under our true queen-studded villain tales. That's right, I'm jumping ship. Poppy ruled us for 3 years and we were fools to turn our backs on her. If Blair wants my allegiance back, she'll have to really blow me away. And with this year's Bacchanalia right around the corner, I'm hoping for a battlefield. Then keep it winning. Winners only. Hopefully you're all having a great day. Bye! After a long day depression nap, mourning the loss of your future, you being wildly powerful, dangerous, popular, and probably besties with Beyonce, you hear Zoe knocking yet again. Go away, I'm avoiding reality. Not with me and Pugsley around. You aren't. Frantically try to burrow deeper into your covers as Zoe opens your door. Pugsley scampers noisily in, Zoe stomping along beside him. You hear Pugsley bite your blanket and growls. He tries to pull it off you, then Zoe gives said blanket cocoon a tug and sends you unfurling down the length of your queen-sized bed. Who are you and what did you do with the girl I pulled out of the legs or dregs of social irrelevancy last year so she could free us from Poppy's clutches? Pugsley leaps on your bed and snuffles lovingly against your net face. You wrap his wriggly body in a hug. The girl you pull out of a social irrelevancy just fell back into it. It's just she's sad and needs Pugsley kisses. Look, Blair, I know you're out of Apadia. You're off X's ranking, and we all have to watch Satan 1 and 2 battle it out to be our evil overlord. So you punctuate your mournful wail by looking at said ranking screen for maybe the 100th time since your face wasn't on it. Oh, what a shame, who no one gives a shit. Zoe smacks out of your hand, and ouch, that stings. But you probably deserve it. No, bad Blair, no moping. You're forgetting the silver lining in all this. You're still hosting the Bacchanalia, and it's coming up fast. Oh, God. Maybe that's my ticket back in? Or do I just sound desperate? Do you think they'd give me a second chance if I groveled? Girl, if you ever grovel, you can kiss those Stella McCarthy platform Chelsea boots that I got you for your birthday goodbye. Besides, who needs groveling when the party's all the ammo you need? You've got the perfect sacrifice lined up in your sights. You have an evil gleam in your eyes. Do you have a plan? Am I saved? Pugsley sets up tooth, tail thumping against your bed as he yaps at Zoe. Oh, you poor fragile thing. How are you gonna send Poppy back to hell she came from like this? Your phone pings and you sneak a guilty glance down at oh yeah, it's another Ian text. You've been ghosting him so bad. Well, let's scroll. Blair, I heard what happened. The news is the hot goss in the teacher's lounge. Are you alright? I can't stand thinking of how upset you must be. I just want to see you, to hold you. Just checking in again. Text me? I'm worried. I'm getting really worried, Blair. This isn't like you. Why don't you let me take you out somewhere tonight? Somewhere far enough away from Belvoir that no one will see. There's so much I want to do for you that text can't cover. I found something you might want to know. Please text me back, Blair. No one Emmy found out the identity of one of the idiots. I can't believe even the teachers are talking about it, man. I can't just, Well, we'll get our revenge at the Bacchanalia. I've been thinking, and I'm pretty sure I got a lead. You do? Yeah, but I'm not doing any more talking in this nasty room. You gotta let the campus cleaners in here. Girl, it smells. And you double need to get out of this musty bed and those sad PJs. And remember what it means to be a functional human again. You see, even Pugsley agrees with me. Let Ian take you on a date, apologize for leaving him on the reed, get a little freaky, and Viola, the sexy bitch, is back in action. You and I can plan once you're you again. God, you're right. I can smell the failures lingering around me. I need to get back into the real world. A shower or 3. I think I will call Ian. A girl's day sounds perfect. Call Ian. Excellent. Now get your ass in the closet, put on something that won't make him feel like he's scheduled a date with a moaning Myrtle. Oh, for the love of it. Hey, Pixelberry can't think of a diamond outfit. What a surprise. Soon you've cleaned up and put on your face, spritzed on the little eau de parfum, because you may be distraught, but that's no excuse to not be hot. You meet Ian at the address he texts you, which turns out to be an observatory a little ways out of the city, which, when he spots you, he folds you into a hug. Hey, it's gonna be okay. The teacher's gossiping about it as if... We both know the Belvoir faculty has always been far too invested in the school's gossip minds. He takes your face in his hands, gently lifting it so that you can meet his warm gaze. But this teacher has done a little digging for your sake. I've been thinking of the journal situation, and I believe I have a lead. Wait, are you saying you think you know who stole those quotes to make it look like I'm the one, that I'm a total evil despot? I do. I told you I intended to help you this time around. Consider this me proving myself good on my word. The good part would have been him just literally letting you take photos of the parts that they took out in full context and uploading to the T, calling the people out on their fakery. But no, we don't do that. He takes your hand and leads you to a pair of reclining seats at the back of the theater. He leans closer and ooh la la, is this a conspiratorial look on Professor Kingsley's face? I admit, I used to keep that notebook in my office as I took notes, which in hindsight may not have been the wisest decision. Your mind travels a few explicit examples of exactly why that's a questionable choice. I thought that would be quite obvious, Miss Hughes. Your motivation is me. Without warning, yeah. Wow, Pixelberry doesn't even have to put it in diamond choices now. That's amazing. Not the wisest decision, leaving your, erotic fanfic about me lying around in your school office? It wasn't fanfic, it was... never mind. Regardless, after the Pete Scotch incident, I've forgone getting a new TA, but I still see plenty of students for the office hours. One student in particular has graced my office doorstep far more than anyone else these past months. He pulls up his calendar on his phone. Whoa, that's Caroline Springfield. Chick went to your office like 12 times last month. What can you tell me about her? For all her zeal, she can't seem to move beyond a C in my courses. Her papers are rather dull, despite her admiration for Mary Leakey. Hold the effing phone, Leakey? Who? You whip out your phone, pulling up a snapshot of your hit list that you maybe check a little too frequently to be healthy. Shh! What am I supposed to look at here? Leaky as in cross-ex-cultural, leaky, holy crap, Ian. I think you did it. Caroline is an ex-minion. But why? Time to cyberstalk! Twitter, boring, academic, Picta, someone teaches the girls angles and lining. But wait, a hot second, what is this? Isn't this basically your paper on the hobby? Hobby? Now we got another app? You shove your phone in Ian's face where you've pulled up an article under Caroline's name on a second-rate online publication. Not basically, it is my paper, word for word. Man, she stole your work, and she got like a fraction of the accolades for it. Sucks to be plagued by her perpetual irrelevancy, I guess. But now we know she's a certified thief. I'm gonna burn this bitch so bad. Ian, is it cheesy to call you my knight in shining armor? Perhaps, but I'd rather like the epithet. All I know is that I am able to help you through the rest of the year, Blair. You always pull through for me when I need you most. I should have let you in on all this sooner. You lean your head against his shoulder, feeling a flutter of butterflies as he tips his head against yours. All that matters to me is that we're facing this together. He takes your face in his hands and looks into your eyes, and wow! Who needs stars? About revenge later. For now, let's just be together. You turn your head to plant a kiss on his palm. You mean normal couples don't plot revenge on their dates? I guess I'm doing it wrong this whole time. The lights of the room dim, and as you and Ian watch, the dome ceiling opens up to reveal a starry sky above. Laying back in your seats, he flips the center armrest up so you can nestle against him. He pulls one arm around you securely, then points up at the sky. Do you see that M shape? He takes your hand and guides it to a point of the constellation together. It's Cassiopeia. The story goes that she was a vain queen who angered Poseidon by boasting that her daughter was more beautiful than his nymphs. In retaliation, Poseidon trapped them in the sky and used the daughter, Andromeda, as monster bait. Think I could use that as inspo for my Caroline takedown? The question being, is she the monster I'm baiting, or do I use one expendable peon as bait for the bigger, badder monster on my radar? I believe that one will fit most to answer the question is yourself. But I believe we were not thinking of that at the moment. Right, totally quick. Tell me more star stuff. Come. We'll be able to see Andromeda constellations, 2 binary star systems, and a red giant through the telescope. He takes you by the hand and guides you to the big telescope in the center of the room. So, you're an astronomy nerd too. Any other topics that you're inexplicably well-versed in? Invariably. He brushes a kiss to the shell of your ear to whisper huskily. But you clearly find a knowledgeable man attractive. Stepping behind you, he takes you by the hips and guides you in front of the telescope, pressing his body against your back, a little to the south. He leans over your shoulder to take a look and adjust the telescope appropriately. Here. His voice is low, soft by your ear, sending a shiver through you. You take a look through the telescope at the constellation twinkling serenely in the night sky. Andromeda is the daughter of Cassiopeia, the one whose mother bragged she was more beautiful than the sea nymphs. No shit! In case we forgot it the first time. The one who totally betrayed Poseidon by Poseidon. Men who can't handle confident women. The story doesn't end there, though. Andromeda was saved by Perseus, and the two married and founded an entire dynasty. You lean back against his chest, turning your face into his neck as his arms wrap securely around your waist. If only I could find my Perseus to found a dynasty within. Happy as I would be to found a dynasty, literal or metaphorical, with you. I don't think you're in need of saving, Blair. He brushes his lips along the shell of your ear. You're a force all of your own. You turn around his arms so you can press your lips to his for a long, slow kiss. Thank you for taking my mind off the school drama. He nips your lips slyly in astonishment. Says Blair while thinking about school drama. Yeah, but now at least I'm not all depressed about it. He chuckles before covering your lips with his once again. He takes his time kissing you. There's no rush and no one to hide from. Blair, it's so achingly good to just be with you like this. He suddenly hooks an arm around your back, pulling you flush against him as his kiss turns scorching. Then he pulls away all too soon. His gaze is deep and hungry. Shall we return to our seats? It's a little more private. Taking your hand, he leads you through the light crowd of visitors to the very back row of the seats, right as the intercom announces the building closing for the night. Oh, I guess our date's over then. Not necessarily. And with a devilish glint in his eyes, he pulls you down in the seats as visitors slowly make their way to the exits. Not if you were up for a little rule breaking. Who are you and what have you done with Ian Kingsley? He places a hand on your knee and slowly lets it wander up your thigh. He's feeling a little responsible, a little tired of playing it safe. Here's your chance for a steamy illicit after-hours hookup in public with Ian. I like rule breaking. All for good rule breaking, but not at the expense of this channel. X is all over us, and I don't want to hand them blackmail fodder on a platter. You're unfortunately correct. Responsibility it is. And with that, you return to Bellevore, and you got a party to plan after all. The afternoon of the Bacchanalia rolls around, and you spend it directing the baby Zetas dutifully running around putting up the last of the decorations. Oh my god, Susan, the clouds go on the angel side. This is angels and devils themed party, and there are no clouds in hell. Hello? I'm not Susan, I'm fixing it, hold on. don't know your name, so, you know. So he appears from the hallway and comes your way with an absolutely devilish smirk on her face, plucking up a prop note rose and twirling with the sexiest Lucifer Belvoir's ever seen. On the plus side, I just checked on Veronica and Trixie, and they're almost done filling up the blood pool with the prop blood. On the minus side, I saw she was demon skulking around, breathing smoke out of her nostrils like you taking over her party, still a sore spot. Suddenly, her gaze fixes over your shoulder, and judging by the eye roll, you know exactly who's chosen this moment to make her dramatic entrance. Sure enough, there's Poppy, gliding down the steps as though her mimosa of evil is morphed into a ghost trail, and the hostility in the room goes from 0 to 60 like that. Bitch. Bitch. Oh, for the love of, can you two get a room? Also, why does it say number 2 next door now? And by the way, you worthless, pathetic failure. You're lucky I let you host this last hurrah before you sink into irrelevancy. Keep yapping, Poppy. It shows me how scared you are. Real winners take their victories with grace, the definition of which is a pleasing appearance or effort. You're grinching around in the least pleasing thing I've seen in days. Your hold on Belvoir is shaky at best, and I've already stolen it from you once. Poppy flips her hair, trying not to look like she's taking her words to heart, but her fingers twitching like she's seconds from checking the tea to make sure you haven't already ended her tragically short reign. Your comebacks bore me, Farmsville. My time would be better spent getting dolled up for yours, I suppose. I'll be generous and call it party. As she leaves, you consider grabbing the prop rose from Zoe, stabbing it through her heart, but you let the impulse pass in favor of emanating queenly grace. Oh, she's in for it tonight, but first things first, I'll guess have to have RSVP'd, and you know one of them is X. It's either Carter, Chloe, Liam, or Celine, and honestly, I'm totally stumped. 2 are idiots, one's a crybaby, and if Carter secretly hates me, I'll cry. Tonight's about sending a message. You might be out of Apodia's running, but if you eliminate Caroline, you show X you won't die easily. You shouldn't have to die at all. Damn straight. Caroline won't know what hit her boring, flat ass, and with her out of the picture, we can cut the head off the real King Cobra snake. Just what I was hoping to hear. Uh-oh. Felicity strides to the front doors like she's got a tracker on you and heads your way with purpose. Mom, what are you doing here? I'm here for Blair. Not all of us in Abadia were pleased by her elimination. She gives you a sharp look, and you don't know whether to stand up taller or just start shivering. Your performance at your previous challenges was stellar. You show all the promise of an Abadia initiate, and thus, I want to give you a second chance. I knew it. Apodia's crawling back already. Oh, for the love of use humbleness! A mark of a true Apodian is how they handle failure. Do they let it extinguish their fire, or do they rise from the ashes and never fall again? Impress me with tonight's party, and Apodia may reconsider your disqualification, but this is an exceedingly rare opportunity. Don't waste it. Apodia's eyes are on your Bacchanalia. Impress them with your choices, and you'll earn reputation. The more you earn, the higher your rank. If or when you'll get back on the ranking list. Wink. We know we will. I get it. I think you'll be blown away by what I have planned tonight. You share a grin with Zoe, and as you turn to respond to Felicity, you catch sight of Poppy haunting the top of the stairs, looking like she's caught a whiff of your imminent return to power. Felicity, sit back and enjoy the show. Even though you're speaking to Felicity, you hold Poppy's gaze, smirking as she balls her evil little hands into fists. The grand finale will make what Poppy did to me look like a practice round. Do make sure that's the case. The clock is ticking, Blair. You have until the end of the night. Oh, and Zoe dear, we just got the shipment of demos. We'll be handing out at your next Zoe Baby's fan meet. Talk more tomorrow? Sounds great, Mom. Oh, at least you two are communicating now on pleasant terms. Now go and get changed, Blair. I expect the hostess to wear something that will set the night's theme. If I'm thinking with the theme, which is angels and demons, right? I would wear something white or black with a mixture of red. She nods up towards the balcony where Veronica drapes her arms over the railing, already clad in the next to nothing at all. Blair, get your butt up here, your lingerie's in. I'm sorry, what? When you turn around to say goodbye to Felicity, she's already gone, with just a whiff of Vivis Saint Libre to show she was even there. Wait, we're all wearing underwear for this shit? Oh, for the love of... I had so much fun picking out your look, Blair. I knew being Victoria's Secret Employee of the Year would come in handy someday. Right, because they have the best shit. No, they don't. Accessories courtesy of moi. We figured you should look like, represent the type of queen you've been this year. You've been an angelically good girl this year, Blair. Wear the satin and diamonds to match, and you'll rack up the rep and earn Epidia's fever. Also pair your heavenly look with a matching wing to double the sweetness and double the reputation. Oh, for the love of... Heaven help me? Oh, this is stupid. Even Lucifer, the TV show, has better shit on ideas than this. Oh! All I'm missing is my halo. Zoe finishes changing in her lingerie and gives you an appreciative smack on the ass. Take me up to heaven with you, babe. You can't fly up on heaven without your angel wings. Here, put these on. Really? We have to pay for the wings, too. Typically in the past, that's come with their, arrangement. Bow down before your queen, because I've ascended to divine status. I can feel it. This is going to be the best Bacchanalia Zeta house has ever seen. With the party in full swing, you make a grand entrance, walking along the upper balcony as you take in the sultry hellscape and sensuous heaven you've created. Freshman create for you. Welcome to the best party of your miserable lives if you want to experience heaven, but know you're going to hell. Here's your chance to do both. I'll be your benevolent goddess tonight, here to shower you in champagne and bliss, because we all want to taste paradise. Hell yeah, this already makes up for all the midday ragers I've missed out on because Dean Boring still got them banned. In that case, don't do anything I wouldn't do, which doesn't leave much off the table. As the underclothed who's who of Belvoir cheer and immediately start getting nasty, you descend the steps and cross the gates of heaven straight into hell. What is Poppy over here? You head towards 4, who's trying to goad a flustered Celine into heart-shaped pool full of champagne bubbles with him. He scoops up some foam with 2 hands and plops them over his nips. Come on, Selbel, if you want to get with a Forster, you gotta get wild. Just threw up in my mouth a little. Oh, are you sure? There are people watching. Celine, my dear sweet princess, have you forgotten our lessons already? I mean, I don't remember you actually teaching me anything about after I boss that pool boy around. Right, I've been busy, which means it's time for lesson number 2. Pay close attention, sweetheart. I'll... help Celine get foamed up, why not? You scoop up 2 handfuls of champagne foam, plop them right over Celine's nips, and she lets out a little squeak. Oh, they're so cold. Chilled to a frosty 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That way you need someone else to warm you up back again. You trail a finger down her collarbone, picking up champagne bubbles as you dip between the valley of her breast, noticing as her breath hitches and her cheeks color impossibly redder. Blair, ready to join Ford in the Pubble pool yet? Yeah, I think so. Suddenly, you throw an arm over her shoulders and drag her closer, smiling benevolently as you utter your angelically composed warning. Have fun tonight, Celine, and FYI, every Bacchanalia has a sacrifice, but I know you'd never do anything to me to deserve that, I don't know what you mean. I look up to you too much to do anything to hurt you, at least on purpose. Right. But you hold her there until you see a teardrop shimmer in the corner of her eye, satisfied you've scared one potential ex enough to lay low tonight. You strut to your next target. Ah, it feels good to be home. As you sashay through the heavenly carpet of imported albino goose feathers, you pull up short to the side of Carter, fiercely making out with a giggling Chloe. Okay, didn't see that coming. Oh, Blair, come play with us. Yeah, dude, get in on this. It's a tickle fight with a twist. If someone makes you laugh, you have to kiss him. Carter hands you the feather he was tickling Chloe with, and you twirl it between your fingers with a wicked grin. Free kisses. How angelic of you. Tickle Chloe, tickle Carter. Equal opportunity employer. You lock eyes with Carter, giving a sultry wink as you drop to your knees. You wind the feathers up his inner thigh before swishing it over his junk. Blair. That doesn't make you laugh to me. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. You slowly stand up as you trail the feathers up the hard planes of his abs. With a growl of impatience, he pulls you up against his body and lets out a husky chuckle right in your ear. Kiss me. Yes, Captain. Your lips crash together and you sigh with a pleasure as Carter's tongue enters your mouth and his hands grasp at your ass. Damn, I love this game. But it's all fun and games, and heaven tonight you might have a devil in your midst, and it's time to weed them out. You twirl the tip of your feather against Chloe's nose, and then down her jaw, before flicking it beneath her chin. It's so sweet of you to invite me to play this game, Chloe. I know you're a good friend, and not someone with secret plots against me up their sleeves. You turn your attention to Carter, caressing the planes of his halves with your feather, watching as he bites his lip. And you, sweet Carter, I know you'd never screw me over, because you know that if you did, I'd screw you back twice as hard. But I'm not wearing sleeves. Yeah, she's too much of an idiot to really have a plan. I mean, wouldn't be the first time an idiot played as an idiot, but they still had their plans fall, but you know. Oh damn, I think I get it. Is this some kinky roleplay? I'm so down. Bimbo D and Himbo Dum, or maybe actually just stupid. You narrow your eyes menacingly at them and strut away, leaving them confused and disappointed in Carter's case. Back in hell, you see the juicy side of Horde, tightening leather manacles around Liam's wrist and ankles as he restrains him on the wheel of kink. Step right up, give our wheel a spin, give our guy Liam something spicy. Oh, don't mind if I do. Unfortunately for you, Trixie, I do mind. Get out of my way. You shove her out of the way and look Liam up and down as you stand before him in practically naked high-heel glory. Oh god, yes. This is, just like my wet dreams from last Tuesday. TMI, dude. TMI. Oh, you will call me Queen when you address me. Yes, my queen, yes. Make your selection. A massager, a riding crop, cupcakes. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass with him. Ugh, God, okay. No. You haven't earned my punishment, sweet Liam. But I want it so badly! Don't worry, Liam. I'll take care of you. Your mouth falls open as she picks up the riding crop and smacks him across his inner thigh like she somehow knows exactly what he likes. In no time, he's crying out in pleasure. Yes, Trixie, yes! Oh, for the love of Christ. As he sags against his balls, you brush a kiss to his cheek, before bringing your lips to the shell of his ear to whisper your sugar-coated threat. Bask in the afterglow, Liam. I know you deserve it. Just like I know you'd never turn on me like your sniveling friend, Spores, did. Yes, your highness. Anything you say. You leave him spent and spinning goofily while you strut towards the hallway. It's time for the main attraction. This whole book has just gone to shit. You wait in the darkness. The maraschino cherry smells of fake blood wafting over you from the pool as you fire off the final text of the night's first sacrifice. Wait, hold on, I gotta read this. This is X. I have a job that only you can do. Anything for you. The last journal you stole from Kingsley was valuable, but he has something even more precious. Give me the journal he keeps in the bottom left drawer. Hand it over to me at Blair Hughes' Bacchanalia. I got you an invite. Oh my god, I've never been invited to a Bacchanalia before. I mean, yes, I copy your orders loud and clear. I'll get the book. Good. Meet me in the pool room. Bring the journal. Come alone. Be right there. This dumb bitch. Clearly desperate to prove her worth, you hear Springfield slip inside less than a minute later, only to spend the next 5 minutes shuffling forward at a snail's pace. It's so dark in here. Am I in the right place, X? I keep to your left. If you fall in the pool and get the journal wet, I'll actually kill you. You roll your eyes as she shuffles towards you for another couple minutes. Little nervous pants coming out of her mouth. You stop her when you smell the chili dog she ate for dinner. Alt, do you have the journal black light flashlight I told you to bring? Yeah? Hang on, why do you sound familiar? Open the journal and shine the light on the marked pages. You hear her flip open the journal, then fumble with the light. Finally manage to shine it on the page, revealing a hidden message. Psych! What? I don't get it. And then the lights go on. Boo. Blair! As Zoe corrals the party guests into the room, smacking forward over the head when he tries to drink the fake blood of the pool, you dress the revelers ready for some carnage. Friends, and frenemies, it is a great pleasure to introduce you to this year's human sacrifice. I literally have never seen this girl in my life. Her underwear makes me want to cry. And that's because Carmine here lives an aggressively mediocre life in the panties she's had since 8th grade. Panties that clearly nobody wants to get into, since her revenge boner for me is obviously fueled by jealousy from me and Professor Kingsley's professional relationship. Why else would Cassidy stitch together a telenovel from Kingsley's academic journals to make me look like his spurned lover? Wait, do you mean they weren't true? Should I delete the fanfiction I'm writing based on them? Oh, for the love of Christ. Camille committed theft and slander, and still didn't get noticed by her idol. My heart breaks for you, Christine. My name is Caroline! You know how we do it around here, folks. Cue the flashback. Fine, it's Caroline. I'm sure you don't remember that day in class, because you're just so used to people falling over themselves for you. But I was actually paying attention, and raised my hand first. Don't anthropologists, compare the sexual practices of different cultures? That's one facet of it, yes. Nice work, Blair. I was already one of his advisees. I saw him weekly, and he called me by your name. It's Caroline? Actually, Blair's over there. Caroline, of course. A slip of the tongue. I apologize. You're wrong about my revenge boner. I don't want Kingsley in my panties. I just want him to respect my hard work. I like anthropology. But then at the end of the very class, he dropped my latest paper in my lap. I couldn't believe my eyes. Another C, Professor. I think there's been some sort of Blair, wait 1 minute. I'd like to commend your fantastic analysis of powerful matriarchs of the Trobanon Islanders. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's very unprofessional if he not just called someone else by her name, but also, when you're trying to address the professor, he's too busy with his boner to, take his professorly job serious. So, in a way, kind of Blair and Kingsley deserve all this, but moving on. That's when I knew I was the only averaging a C because he was too obsessed with you to appreciate me. Damn, you got mad because you got a C? Check your privilege, Einstein. Yeah. And, I remember maybe 5 people's names at the school, but that doesn't mean I go around harassing them, Christine. As the who's who of Belvoir advance on Caroline, offended by her choking air of mediocrity, they slowly pack her towards the blood pool. Please, wait, don't, I have any more clean underwear, and the school's laundry is out for the week. Uh-oh, Clarissa, you're making my followers angry. You're lucky I'm a merciful goddess. What kind of angel would I be if I didn't give you a second chance? I'm sure you're sorry. You don't need a third chance, will you? You are sorry, aren't you? I'm so sorry. Sorrier than that time that I broke, Abedison vase during my archaeology internship freshman year. It got me kicked out of the internship. Because you broke something that was a priceless artifact, of course. And did you deserve it? Yes, Blair. You lift your chin up and look in her eyes, smiling beautifully, as you make your voice as honeyed as possible. Now, Clara, what are we not gonna do from now on if we don't want to get pushed into the pool fake of blood? Join conspiracies against the rightful queen, complain about my C's in anthropology, and say my name is anything other than what you want it to be? Ah, there you go. You've shown promise already! It must be from basking in my wholly forgiving presence. Oh, Verena Cats, look at your queen being benevolent goddess we all know and love. Carly's so blessed. I still, want to push her in the pool, though, right? And you still have a point to make to Apadia, an ex, who you know is in the room with you watching your every move. Hot tip! Listen, I was gonna push her in regardless what choice you gave me, so I hope you can swim. Oopsies, Carrington. I said I forgave you for turning on me, but you're still a klepto. And ain't that cute. Snatch Candy Corn's phone and plant your hands square on her shoulders and shove. Ah! Damn, she's flying. Arms pinwheeling. Catalina lands on the splat of vicious blood. Let's be real, her dishwasher colored underwear could use the dye job. You walk up to the very edge of the pool, plant your hands on your hips, and stare down at her like a queen about to give an execution order. You see, what I'm still mad about is that you broke Professor Kingsley's trust, broke into his desk and stole his personal property. Personal property you two handed over to X, who not only you tried to ruin me with it, they tried to ruin him as well. For someone who says they admire him so much, that is way shady, Cruella. I wasn't trying to target him! You were the one I was trying to get! You didn't think it through. She mournfully treads cherry-flavored water. Wait, it's cherry-flavored? Yes. Yo, you should, never call a play without an outcome in mind. Wes, way reckless, Cynthia. Yeah, and anyway, we all, know the whole Blair and Kingsley thing was made up by X at this point. They were just professional colleagues. You see Chloe frantically deleting fanfics off of her phone. That's not true. I know there was something between you two. I've had enough of Constantine's fabrications. Hey, don't you use his name. It's time to air her private life so she understands her wrongdoings. What do you... You quickly stretch down to unlock her phone with a Face ID and weigh your options. Let me read aloud an angry rat from Carol's personal journal. Desperate email Carol sent to Professor Kingsley. Actually, this one makes it fitting. You clear your throat dramatically, reveling in how all the partygoers quiet her down to watch you intently. Oh boy, I love story time. I do love everything Queen Blair does. Dear Professor Kingsley, I have. Have you looked at the draft I emailed you this morning? I'd really love your feedback. I sent a follow-up email around lunch. I don't know if you got it. Should I stop by your office again today? I just can't wait to get your notes on... Stop reading! Charity Case slaps her hands against the water like an overgrown toddler, and you quirk an eyebrow at her. X, I'll get you. I may go down, but I'm not going alone. I mean, you are, though? And that's the whole reason you turned to X. Professor Kingsley, the sun in your otherwise empty sky, never noticed you. Stealing for the X was an uncultured, milk-stained, desperate bid for notoriety. It was the only way she'd ever amount to anything. Admit it, Cindy. You wanted to get caught because then at least you'd get noticed at all. Whatever, I'm done. Oh, not quite. I have one more thing to address. Or two, rather. You see, I know your two loves are anthropology and Ian Kingsley, and I know it would kill you to have either ripped away from you. I'll read her dismissive text from Ian. You toss her phone in the water for good measure as you take out yours, clear your throat, and read a fake, but Cindy doesn't know that text exchange from Ian. Hi, Professor Kingsley. What can you tell me about Caroline Springfield? Caroline Springfield, please hold on, Blair. I have to check my class logs. Ah, yes, I see she frequents my office hours. I have trouble recalling her face or her work, however. You slowly lower your phone, looking Calamity straight in the eyes as you finish her off. She was utterly failed to make an impact. No! That's her death. As her wailing echoes around the room, you snap a photo to commemorate the joyous occasion. You realize we're just as bad as, like, the people in Life is Strange, right? I'm just throwing that out there. You added what's-her-name to your hit list. Amid the laughter, you suddenly hear a series of slow, echoing claps. The crowd parts for Poppy. She steps forward to face you, all according to plan. I'm impressed, Farmsville. Congratulations are in order. You managed to pull off the most lackluster sacrifice Zeta House has ever hosted. Sacrifice? Oh no, dear Poppy. That was just business. This is the sacrifice. Zoe, do the honors, please. Happily. Zoe's eyes widen in horror and realization, her mistake a second too late. In the most divine act of retribution, Zoe comes up from behind and shoves her in the pool. No! She lands with a splat right next to Caroline, who swallows a mouthful of fake blood. Poppy lets out a window-shattered skreak as she blood coats her body, already congealing in her hair. You heathens! Oh, for the love of... Okay, they did really good on this. They did really good on that one. But her tantrums cut off as Zoe's last masterpiece blasts out of the speakers. A remix of Poppy's freak out when she lost the Person to Watch award last year, along with her parents chiding. No, 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 this is all wrong. Poppy, what are you doing? Don't make a scene. Yo, Mom and Papa Min Sinclair dropping them bars. Zoe's remix. I will. We'll find out who's behind this. And who you love most and throw them off a bridge. Off a bridge. Oh, this beat is so dope. Don't you think so, Belle? It is pretty catchy. The internet's a beautiful thing, Poppy. There was so much footage of your meltdown your lawyers failed to remove. It gave me plenty of material. No, you do not get to laugh at me. None of you get to laugh at me. Poppy Min Sinclair's finally lost her mind. You gigantic skank. Ah! Now the witch really is dead. Newsflash, you're not the only one who can hatch wicked revenge plots, Poppy. Better get used to being perpetually second rate. You spread your arms wide, commanding all the eyes in the room to gain. Grin victoriously down at Poppy. Beloved guest, I'm honored to announce tonight's real human sacrifice. You played the role perfectly, Poppy. Let this lesson be that you always belong underneath me, and should you attempt to rise above your station, things will get bloody. Whatever, my lawyers will tie you up in court for the rest of your life for this pathetic excuse for a remix. Are you sure about that? I wouldn't have thought they'd be busy dealing with Daddy's movie company going bankrupt. Oh, tragic, really. Not even the C-list actor Dilbert Druby from Dragon Fest Infinity would take a role in Dueling Sausages 3 Meat Melee. How do you know about that? Oh, you didn't think you were the only one playing the last round, did you? Better keep a tighter grip of your phone, Pop-Tart. Or did your parents sell it to pay the bills? I know the vacay home in Cabo's gone. What's next, the winter home in Halstead? I heard the Nordstrom's rack downtown is hiring. Why don't you apply and let Mommy know that you got the summer job all figured out? Nordstrom rack, a job? Oh my god, does this mean Poppy's a poor? Oh my god, quick. Someone hide the silverware! Oh, for the love of Christ. I mean, that is really what rich people do think of poor people, so, you know. You absolute cannonball! Forward lets out a whoop and cannonballs into the pool, coating the last clean patches of Poppy's face with fake blood. All around you, the phone starts pinging. The boogiest of Belvoir whip out their phones. Where the hell have they been keeping those? To view the ex's latest post. Maybe I was wrong to count you out so early, Queen Bee. Welcome back to the ring. Yep, Poppy on the bottom of my shoe, where she belongs. Poppy lets out a loud, shredding scream, but the whoops and hollers of the supporters cut her out. Alright, Blair's back in power. And with that, your righteous followers start tapping away furiously at their phones, and you bask in the influx of votes flooding in for you. You leveled up! Boom, whoa, 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 whoa. a minuscule level, but, you know, it's so stupid. You're letting the rush of victory wash over you when you feel a sudden tap on your shoulder. That's when you spin around and there's no one there. But there is a familiar envelope propped up against a congratulatory cocktail. Ah, I missed seeing these. Oh, just as we expected, Blair. Abadia graciously invites you to your next challenge. But chances come in pairs, and you won't get a third, so play your cards wisely this time because we'll be watching. Cordially, R.O. R.O., I've never heard of an Abadia challenge invitation being signed before. Feels like someone's looking out for me, and it feels damn good to be back in the game. Alright, and without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content. Without further ado, I know Royal Finale is happening today. I will get that sometime out today. Basically, I'm being late and everything else, and as I believe, it is the end-all be-all. So I will get that out ASAP. But I just got a lot on my plate, handling a bunch of stuff, and, you know, real life happens. But if you want to help support me, and I'm not going to go in details, you know what to do. It's there on the screen. You know, hit the join. There's links down below. Anything and everything you do helps. Literally and figuratively, anything you do helps. So, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.